Hey guys, so for the last couple of days I've been reading uh, in Daniel. I've been reading the story of Daniel, right? Because I posted that video saying that this is our furnace, this is our Abraham and Sarah situation, that this is our lion's den, right? And so I decided to start reading in Daniel to make sure I've got all my facts straight and everything, And the Bible is good stories, like interesting, entertaining stories. So, a couple things I wanted to point out. First of all, it's very, very obvious for those of you who don't know that King Nebuchadnezzar was most definitely a narcissist. Okay, with the sense of grandiose. There's Daniel 2 verse 11. No, verse 12. Please test us for 10 days on a diet when Daniel didn't want to eat the same food that the king was feeding himself and his people around him. I tell you, Daniel wasn't stupid. Daniel was very strategic, okay, because for him to come up with the idea of having the king test them for 10 days, right? That's buying them, Daniel and I want to say their names right, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, right? That bought them 10 days to not have to eat the food that the king was eating. But this reminds me of that scripture that talks about being strategic, being as slick as a snake but as harmless as a dove. And God will give us, the Most High will give us strategies to use to navigate in this lifetime, that will help us to accommodate to this world's how do I say it, to like give us survival techniques to kind of blend in and be able to adapt and navigate through this world in our government and whoever's in charge, but at the same time staying within respects to our relationship with the Most High. That's one thing I wanted to point out. Yeah, so and then chapter 2, just the beginning, is talking about, it starts getting into Nebuchadnezzar having disturbed dreams and not being able to sleep. So I received a download that insomnia or lack of sleep, not all the time, okay, so take it as it resonates, but not being able to sleep is a side effect of somebody who may perhaps have grandiose tendencies. Somebody who potentially deals with a Jezebel spirit. But like I said, take it as it resonates, okay? Somebody who might have narcissism may struggle from insomnia. And that's based off of my findings, and as well as, confirmation from the Most High since I've been reading this story. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. This channel's not all just tarot cards, okay? And this channel's just not always channeling downloads right there in the moment, or readings or whatever, okay? So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Also, the Most High showed Daniel and Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah favor because it says the king talked with them, and no one impressed the king as much as Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So in this story, I encourage you to read the story of Daniel, since we're talking about being thrown into the furnace, or dealing with these situations as, you know, our furnaces are our Abraham and Sarah situation, our ark. We might as well read these stories, right? Get refreshed on them. I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Also, one more thing. Daniel gave credit to God for being able to interpret the dream, and did not take credit for himself, versus Nebuchadnezzar in his grandiose narcissism, being that he had to build a golden statue that I'm finding out was the size of a pillar. Okay, I didn't actually ever really pay attention to the measurements of these things, but it was the size of a pillar, and that's crazy. So, but opposite to Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel didn't take any credit for being able to interpret the dream. And I think that within itself was a test from the Most High. The Most High will give you authority and put you in places of, you know, positions of authority, and give you gifts, and give you you know, downloads and things like that, and then just to test your honor, where your loyalty lies. Okay, if you're loyal to honoring and giving him his due credit, much justified righteous credit, or if you'll take all the credit for yourself. All right, so that was a test. I found that very interesting, because that's easy to miss if you're not paying attention reading the story. You know, that you know, he gave credit to God and didn't take any credit at all whatsoever for himself. And that right there was a test from the Most High that Daniel passed. Okay, just a couple things I wanted to share with you guys, since we're on this. This is our Daniel, the lion's den. This is our furnace. This is our, you know, ark, so on and so forth. All right. Yeah. So, all right, you guys. I love you. You should read this story. No matter what, reading the Bible is some pretty interesting stories, you know? So, I'm going to share that with you guys. Alright, I love ya. I love you so much. Take care, you guys. Bye.